channel. So today is going to be the bottling and the tasting video of the grapefruit nettle beer. Now, it finished really quickly. We're going to grab the hydrometer in a second to see what it finished at, but it didn't puke over because we took the time to make sure everything was big and chunky and we filtered out all the particulates. It did get close, but at the same time there is a ring of scum which is around here, that's pretty much it. That was as far as it went. It never went over. So I haven't cracked this open or changed anything, so I don't know what it smells like. Hopefully it will be pretty good. So it looks pretty much identical to the hot nettle beer that I made in a previous video. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll put the link up there, so yeah, you can go and see it and get caught up. So I'm going to go grab the hydrometer and we're going to have a look. So I've rinsed my hydrometer after sterilizing it, and it's now in my demijohn, but you know what it's like when I'm always doing lots of this, so I just skipped ahead. It's in here and it's now saying it is at 1, so the barley itself I thought would have raised it up a little bit because of the unfermentable carbohydrates, long chain carbohydrates. So, but at the same time, we don't know until it is carbonated and tasted, so we shall see. So the bottles I'm going to be using are the ones that I used in my previous nettle beer video. Not the ones I smashed, the ones I got after. And these are these little really cheap like Roller Cola and Appleade bottles, just for consistency. Plus, if you've seen my Improving a Beer Kit Simply video, the tasting one, you will notice that I made many mistakes, and yeah. So smaller bottles, probably a good idea for when trying to do a tasting video. So that's what I'm going with. So I'm going to go and empty these out, rinse them, sterilize them. Why not? I've got the time, I've got the space, and we'll be right back. So everything has been sterilized and rinsed. I've left the labels on the bottles, but I will be taking them off because I'm going to have to put my own labels on there. Shame. No, because I've got another nettle beer I'll be doing shortly. I was going to space them out, but this one's kind of time sensitive, so stay tuned for that one. So yeah, anyway, bottles all clean, sanitized, sterilized, and all good to go. So novel. So in goes my tube. Alright, this is the fun part. Insert the tube. And I got my lucky peg just to hold it in place because, well, pegs work, and that's also sterilized. So I'm now gonna go fill up these bottles. I'll be back once it's done. So bottling didn't take that long at all. I guess you're just more busy with the smaller bottles. So I've got 12 of these bad boys, looking all pretty and sexy, and they have well, a very mild look to them. I've got a little bit of nettle beer here, so let's give it a smell. It smells like nettles, so you know, I guess that is what you would expect with nettle beer. So let's give it a try just before it's finished, just to see what it tastes like. Okay, so it has that nettle taste. Even though I use less nettles, it still has a nettle taste to it, so if you like nettles, that's good. Also has sort of like a bittering taste as well of the grapefruit, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like once it's finished and conditioned. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be priming these using plain old sugar. Now, I have got my half a teaspoon measurement right here, so that's approximately 2 grams of sugar. So here we go, and in you go. So I'll be back once I'm done. So all these bottles have now been primed, and now it's a waiting game. Hopefully, if all goes well, this should take about 1 week for these bottles to fully carbonate. Then it will take 3 days of being in my fridge to chill and obviously cold filter or condition the bottles. Obviously the longer you leave them the better, but they should be pretty much ready to go. So we're going to skip ahead by a week and a half and I'll be right back. We fast forward in time, and we went that fast that my face got windburn, as you can see. So we're here to try the nettle beer today and see just what it's like. So I pulled one out the fridge, so it's been conditioned. It looks like this. This is what it looks like. Pretty much the same as when it went in the bottle. It's just got a bit of carbonation to it, nothing too excessive. A nice little st. And let's pour some out. Just give it the best chance of getting ahead. So while it does have a little bit of foam, it is short-lived. So it's not unexpected. When it finished at 1, I kind of knew that it wasn't going to have the head retention from using those pearl barley. But still, you've got to start somewhere. So how does this thing smell? Oh, so I am smelling grapefruit in there. It smells sweet though, which is weird. And I've got a bit of nettles, but they actually work really well together. The grapefruit and the nettles all mixed together in the beer. So, cheers. So, I am getting a nettle taste, of course, because it's made of nettles, but it's not overpowering. I'm getting the dryness and a slight bitter edge from the grapefruit. It's quite nice. So, in my opinion, this needs a bit of work to it. Just a little bit. It is so nearly a fully fledged, usable recipe. I've got to tinker with the head, of course, because, well, I want it to have a head, like a nettle beer. The colour I can sort out at any point, that's not really a problem. The grapefruit needs more. It needs more grapefruit, I think. More grapefruit is better. More citrus is better, in my opinion, but a bit more grapefruit, because then we'll have more of that citrus twang on your tongue. Probably going to add in some lemon, I think, or some lime. Either way, either or. With the grapefruit to kind of bump up that citrus note, but on balance, it's actually one of the nicest nettle beers I've drank, because I have tried other people's nettle beers. Ooh, excuse me, gas. Ooh, I shouldn't have eaten that chicken. So, it is, retrospectively, looking at all the nettle beers I've tried, because I have tried a few, this one's really nice. In my little glass. Can't get my fingers in. So, it needs more citrus. That's just a fact. But it is nice. It's mildly bittering because of the grapefruit. It's got a bit of citrus, which again because of the grapefruit. And it's got the nettles, which usually I don't like, but they balance each other out. I think with a bit more citrus, at least a twang of citrus, and some head retention, this would nearly be a really damn good recipe for anyone to try, especially if you haven't tried nettle beer before, as your first nettle beer virgin has been popped. So, would I tell someone to make this recipe as, just word for word as the recipe? If you're going to make this recipe for yourself, add more grapefruit, of course, and probably ditch the barley for now. That's not because it alters it in any way, shape or form. It didn't do what it was supposed to do. I'm not really getting any flavours from the barley. We didn't get any head retention from the barley, even though there was some infermentable carbohydrates in there. Hence why it stopped at 1 instead of going down all the way to dryness. But it has a lot of potential to be a really good nettle beer. So yeah. Maybe add some additions of your own, and of course get back to me if you do make this. Tell me what you think. But I'm going to be experimenting with this a few more times until I get the perfect recipe down. I'm on the right lines, but at the same time, it's not quite there yet. But still, it's damn fine. It's still very drinkable, considering I hate nettles. I like to point that out at any given point. Every other nettle beer that I have tried, I've made 2 nettle beers, but I've actually tried like 5 or 6 nettle beers from various different people, and I have not liked them. I have not liked them at all. To be fair though, normally people that make nettle beers kind of hippie-ish. Just saying. But I'm trying to update nettle beer and make it tasty and make it good, and of course make it so anyone can make it and it actually tastes good. But a little bit more work I think is needed on this recipe, but still a damn fine recipe for sure. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's giving you some ideas for your own recipes. Of course, if you do, drop us a line in the comments section, or pictures or whatever. I want to know what you guys get up to, and yeah, I will catch you in the next video, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, like, share, subscribe, check out the other videos, and yeah, keep on homebrewing. See you later, guys and girls.